What's going on, folks? Welcome back to my channel. Quick question. How many of you are stuck in that 100 to 200 kill range on Super Helldive mode? Yeah, I see those comments on various forums and videos. The enemies are too many, I keep running out of ammo, my loadout isn't good. And you know what? Trust me, I have been there. But what if I told you that one Warbond, just one, could literally triple your kill count? I know. Sounds like clickbait BS, right? But stick with me, because I've got the receipts. Force of Law Warbond. 1000 super credits. Most people either ignore it completely or buy it. I used my own super credits on this thing 3 weeks ago, and I have been grinding with it non-stop. Testing every weapon against bugs and eliminate, figuring out the optimal loadouts, strategies that nobody talks about, and discovering why most people think this Warbond is mid when it's actually insanely powerful if you know what you're doing. Let's dive deep and review the entire Warbond aside from cosmetic items. Alright, here is the page 1 of the Force of Law Warbond. The centerpiece here is the AR-23 pacifier for 35 medals, and honestly, this rifle feels like Arrowhead's attempt at creating a middle ground assault rifle that doesn't quite hit the mark. The pacifier is decent, but when you compare it to the Liberator or even the Tenderizer, it just feels underwhelming. So here the pros are: customizable with weapon mods, optics, underbarrel, muzzle, stun effect interrupts enemy attacks, and medium armor pen handles most mid-tier threats. While the cons are: feels underwhelming compared to other assault rifles, stun effect inconsistent against heavily armed targets, and limited stopping power against chargers or hulks. So I would say the verdict is solid B-tier weapon, good for new players, but veterans have better options. And don't worry guys, the S-tier equipments to boost your kills from 200 to 800 plus will be discussed soon enough. Next, on to page 2. Page 2 is where this Warbond starts to show its teeth, costing 354 medals, but delivering what I consider the crown jewel of this entire package, the GL52 declarator for 85 medals. Now, I've spent weeks testing this thing, and let me tell you, it's not just another grenade launcher. This beast of a weapon fires arc-powered stun grenades that deal 55 arc damage, plus 55 explosion damage per shot. And despite what the in-game stats show as medium penetration, this thing actually has heavy armor penetration. I've tested it extensively. The crowd control capabilities are absolutely insane. We're talking 3 to 4 second stuns on most enemies, and the electricity change between cluster targets like a mobile Tesla tower. I have stunned Bile Titans, locked down and killed entire swarms of Terminids, and created area denial zones that enemies literally cannot push through. Against Terminids, this thing is S tier without question. Devastating against bug swarms and can completely shut down charger charges. For the Illuminate, it's solid A tier, absolutely wrecks overseer groups and voteless swarms. Now let's talk about the GL52 a bit more, where it gets technical. The reload is brutal at 6.6 seconds, and you only get 6 rounds total. But the genius part is, it loads one shell at a time, so you can interrupt the reload and fire whenever you need to. So here the pros are: incredible crowd control capabilities, heavy armor penetration, not displayed, but it is. It can stun even the largest enemies, excellent area denial weapon, and 1x1 reload means no ammo waste. While the cons are: extremely slow reload, about 6.6 seconds, low ammunition capacity, 6 rounds, requires arc-resistant armor for optimal use. And I would say the verdict here is game-changing crowd control support weapon. Okay, on to the last page. Page 3 of the Warbond. Page 3 is the elite tier. costing 352 medals, and it's anchored by what might be the best guard dog variant we have ever gotten. The AX/ARC3 Guard Dog K9, 410 medals. This thing is an absolute monster. It's equipped with an arc thrower that fires once every 5 to 6 seconds, but each shot can chain between 3 to 4 enemies with full damage on each chain. Unlike other guard dogs, this one has unlimited duration until it gets destroyed. Against Terminids, this thing is S tier hands down. It dominates swarms, can finish off wounded chargers and bile titans, and provides consistent battlefield control every few seconds. Against automations, it's A tier, incredible against grouped infantry. For Eliminate, it's more B tier because it has inconsistent targeting against flying and elevated units. So the pros here are incredible damage output against clustered enemies, no ammunition requirements, autonomous operation frees up player attention, can eliminate heavy units given enough shots, chain lightning maximizes efficiency, and it is generally safe for teammates, with minimal friendly fire. While the cons are 5 to 6 second delay between shots, occasional target prioritization issues, can ignore heavy units for smaller targets, vulnerable to being destroyed by enemy fire, less effective against spread out enemies. So I'd say the verdict here is excellent for funneled enemies and most environments. Alright fellas, final verdict and recommendations. De-escalator, game-changing support weapon. Arc Guard Dog K9, excellent force multiplier. The De-escalator and Arc Guard Dog will boost up your kills from 200 to 800 plus without doubt. Until next time, keep spreading managed democracy across the galaxy, and remember, with great firepower comes great friendly fire responsibility. This has been Core Gaming Elite, and I'll see you on the front lines. For Super Earth.